I first saw him when I was a child, though back then I didn't yet know that some encounters have no names. Names come later, when fear needs a shape in order to become bearable. That day, I simply knew that something was wrong. The forest I walked through every day suddenly stopped being familiar. The trees stood the same as always, but a pause appeared between them, as if the space itself had held its breath. I was young, and it seemed to me that the world was always supposed to make noise. Leaves, birds, insects, wind. When that sound is gone, you notice it. The silence didn't fall suddenly, it thickened. And in that thickened silence, I saw a silhouette. Too tall, too straight. It didn't hide, but it didn't come closer either. It simply was. I remember staring at it, unable to understand what exactly I was seeing. My mind tried to fit it into something familiar. A tree, a shadow, a pole. But none of those shapes worked. The silhouette didn't have the right geometry. It was humanoid only enough to be terrifying. I blinked, and there was nothing between the trees anymore. I didn't run. I wasn't afraid in the usual sense. I simply felt that I couldn't go any farther. I turned around and went home the long way. That evening, I tried to remember it again, but the image slipped away. Only one feeling remained. If I thought about it for too long, something would think back. As children, we quickly learn to forget what adults can't explain. I didn't tell my parents. I didn't tell my friends. And I almost convinced myself that nothing had happened. But my body remembered. I started avoiding the forest. I didn't look between the trees. I didn't stay alone in nature for long. When the first boy disappeared, I already knew it was connected. His name was Andre. He sat a few desks away from me in class. He wasn't remarkable in any way. One day, he just didn't come to school. They said he'd gotten lost in the forest. They searched for him for a week. Then another disappeared. Then they stopped searching. The adults didn't talk about it out loud. Neither did the children. An unspoken agreement formed in the town. You don't go into the forest. And if someone does, you don't ask. Sometimes I saw strange drawings. On the pavement, on walls. Symbols that made no sense, yet somehow caused nausea. They were erased quickly, as if people were afraid they might linger too long. After school, I left. Went to university. A different city. Different streets. Different forests, which I still didn't enter. It felt like everything was over. But sometimes I dreamed of the same forest. Without faces. Without movement. And a figure among the trees, always closer than before. I woke up with the feeling that I had forgotten something important. Something that wasn't meant to be remembered without permission. I returned home many years later. My aunt's death became the formal reason. An old house. Documents. Belongings. I thought I was ready. I was wrong. The town had become smaller. But the forest, larger. It crept toward the outskirts. Trees grew where there hadn't been any. Paths changed direction. The compass in my aunt's house spun as if broken. I found her notes. She knew. She wasn't just afraid. She was observing. Keeping a chronology. Dates of disappearances. Locations. The same symptoms. Headaches. Lost time. Night terrors. The inability to describe what had been seen. She wrote the name. Not often. Carefully. As if she feared that the word itself could draw attention. Slender Man. I began my own investigation. Archives. Old newspapers, medical records, testimonies that broke off mid-sentence. People who had seen something but couldn't describe it. Every account pointed to the same conclusion. He doesn't attack. He allows. I understood then. He isn't a hunter. He is a filter. He removes those who see too clearly. Those who start to put the picture together.